Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Before we dive into today's fascinating topic, I want to give you a quick heads up. What we're about to explore might challenge some of your beliefs and make you see your relationships in a whole new light. So, stick around till the end. I promise it'll be worth it. We're going to uncover some profound truths that could change the way you approach life and love. Plus, we'll be drawing wisdom from ancient Stoic philosophers to back up our points. Trust me, you won't want to miss a single second of this journey. So, let's get started. Have you ever noticed how someone becomes more appealing when they're not constantly around? Or how that person you barely paid attention to suddenly became irresistible after they moved away? Well, my friends, you're not alone. This phenomenon has puzzled people for centuries, and today we're going to unravel this mystery together. We're diving deep into the question, why do you become more attractive when you move away? It's a concept that might seem counterintuitive at first, but as we explore it, you'll see how it aligns perfectly with human nature and even with the timeless wisdom of Stoic philosophy. Now, you might be wondering, what does ancient philosophy have to do with modern relationships? Well, buckle up because we're about to connect some dots that'll blow your mind. Let's start with a quote from the great Stoic philosopher Epictetus. He once said, "It is not events that disturb people, it is their judgments concerning them." Think about that for a second. When someone moves away, the event itself doesn't change who they are. What changes is our perception, our judgment of that person. This shift in perception is at the heart of why distance can make someone more attractive. But it's not just about physical distance. It's about emotional distance, personal growth, and the power of mystery. Let's break it down. 1. The scarcity principle. First up, let's talk about the scarcity principle. It's a well-known psychological concept that says we value things more when they're rare or hard to come by. When someone moves away, they become less available, and boom, their perceived value skyrockets. The Roman Stoic philosopher Seneca touched on this idea when he said, "It is not the man who has too little, but the man who craves more that is poor." When someone is always around, we might take them for granted, but when they're scarce, we suddenly realize their worth. This doesn't mean you should play hard to get or manipulate people's feelings. Instead, it's about understanding human nature and using that knowledge to appreciate the people in your life more fully. 2. Absence makes the heart grow fonder. You've probably heard this saying before, but have you ever stopped to think about why it's true? When someone is constantly in our presence, we focus on their flaws and annoying habits. But when they're away, our minds tend to idealize them, remembering the good times and forgetting the bad. The Stoic emperor Marcus Aurelius had something to say about this. He wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." This reminds us that our perceptions shape our reality. When someone moves away, we have the power to choose how we remember them. But here's the kicker. This idealization isn't necessarily a bad thing. It can help us appreciate the positive aspects of a person that we might have overlooked when they were around all the time. 3. Personal growth and change. Moving away often coincides with personal growth and change. When someone leaves their familiar environment, they're forced to adapt, learn new skills, and gain new experiences. This growth can make them more confident, interesting, and yes, more attractive. Epictetus said, "No man is free who is not master of himself." Moving away often requires mastering oneself, becoming more independent, and developing a stronger sense of identity. All of these qualities are incredibly attractive. Think about it. Have you ever reconnected with an old friend or ex after years apart and found them much more appealing? It's not just nostalgia at play, it's the result of their personal growth and the new perspectives they've gained. 4. The power of mystery. When someone is no longer a constant presence in our lives, an element of mystery creeps in. We don't know every detail of their daily life anymore, and this unknown can be incredibly alluring. The Stoic philosopher Seneca said, "If you really want to escape the things that harass you, what you're needing is not to be in a different place, but to be a different person. When someone moves away, they have the opportunity to become a different person, and the mystery surrounding that transformation can be very attractive. This doesn't mean you should be secretive or play mind games. Instead, it's about maintaining a sense of individuality and continual growth, even in close relationships. 5. The grass is greener syndrome. We've all heard the phrase, the grass is always greener on the other side. When someone moves away, they become part of that other side, and our minds can start to idealize their new life and, by extension, them. However, the Stoics would caution us against this kind of thinking. Marcus Aurelius advised, "Very little is needed to make a happy life. It is all within yourself, in your way of thinking." This reminds us to find contentment in our current situation, rather than always longing for something else. Understanding this tendency can help us appreciate what we have, while still acknowledging the appeal of new experiences and distant connections. 6. Freedom from daily annoyances. Let's be honest. Even the people we love most can get on our nerves sometimes. When someone moves away, we're no longer exposed to their daily habits that might have annoyed us. This distance allows us to focus on their positive qualities instead. Epictetus said, "If you want to improve, be content to be thought foolish and stupid." This quote reminds us that personal growth often involves embracing our imperfections. When someone moves away, they have the chance to work on themselves without the constant judgment of familiar eyes. 7. The role of nostalgia. Nostalgia plays a significant role in why people become more attractive when they move away. We tend to romanticize the past, remembering the good times and forgetting the bad. When someone is no longer physically present, they become associated with those positive memories. The Stoic philosopher Seneca touched on this when he said, "True happiness is to enjoy the present, without anxious dependence upon the future." While it's natural to look back fondly on the past, the Stoic approach would be to appreciate those memories while still living fully in the present. 8. Increased focus on communication. When someone moves away, the nature of your communication often changes. Instead of relying on casual, everyday interactions, you might have more meaningful conversations when you do connect. This can lead to a deeper understanding and appreciation of the person. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." This reminds us that we have control over how we communicate and connect with others, regardless of physical distance. 9. The allure of the road not taken. When someone moves away, they represent a path we didn't take. This can make them seem more attractive as we wonder what if. However, the Stoics would caution against dwelling too much on hypotheticals. Seneca said, "We suffer more often in imagination than in reality." Instead of idealizing the person who moved away, we should focus on making the most of our own path. 10. Perspective shift. Distance can provide a new perspective on a relationship or a person. When we're too close to something, it's hard to see it clearly. Moving away allows both parties to step back and reassess. Epictetus advised, "Don't explain your philosophy. Embody it." When someone moves away, they have the opportunity to embody a new version of themselves, which can be very attractive. So what can we learn from all this? How can we apply these insights to our own lives? First, remember that attraction and value aren't just about proximity. Sometimes, giving each other space to grow can strengthen a relationship. As Seneca said, if you really want to escape the things that harass you, what you're needing is not to be in a different place, but to be a different person. Second, focus on personal growth, whether you're the one moving away or staying put. Continual self-improvement is attractive, no matter where you are. Marcus Aurelius reminded us, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." Realize this, and you will find strength. Third, maintain a sense of mystery and individuality, even in close relationships. Don't lose yourself in another person. As Epictetus said, "No man is free who is not master of himself." Fourth, appreciate the people in your life now, rather than idealizing those who are far away. Remember Seneca's words, "True happiness is to enjoy the present, without anxious dependence upon the future." Lastly, use distance as a tool for perspective and growth, not as a manipulative tactic. The goal isn't to play hard to get, but to become the best version of yourself. And there you have it, folks. The mysterious allure of distance, explained through the lens of modern psychology and ancient Stoic wisdom. Remember, true attractiveness comes from within, from personal growth, self-mastery, and a strong sense of identity. Whether you're the one moving away or watching someone else leave, I hope this video has given you some food for thought. Maybe it'll inspire you to work on yourself, appreciate your relationships more, or even take that leap and embark on a new adventure. If you enjoyed this blend of modern insights and ancient wisdom, be sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel. We'll be diving into more mind-bending topics like this in the future, and trust me, you won't want to miss out. Until next time, remember the words of Marcus Aurelius: "Very little is needed to make a happy life. It is all within yourself, in your way of thinking." Stay curious, keep growing, and I'll see you in the next video.